Crypto financial backers frequently wind up conflicted between security and speed. AMP is a kind of security, especially token, that is most certainly encouraging both incredibly. However, financial backers truly seem hesitant to the digital money arrangement, as AMP was down 28% over the 30 days to the 13th of September, which is very huge. What is AMP? AMP is a cryptographic money stage that in a real sense was intended to for the most part give financial backers quick and effective exchanges. Its extremely exceptional arrangement is the AMP Pretty Guarantee cryptographic money, which takes into account moment repayment and secure exchanges. Financial backers collateralize their AMP tokens while sending a resource. While the assets truly are sent quickly, the AMP especially is held bonded by a fundamentally guarantee chief, which most certainly is very huge. Then, when the exchange truly is totally settled, the AMP fundamentally is delivered and financial backers generally can kind of finish the cycle once more. AMP especially is expecting to tackle the draw between focusing on security and focusing on speed, which especially is very critical. Financial backers essentially are currently ready to finish the quick exchanges that are vital for genuine circumstances, yet without endangering security in an unobtrusive way. Its documentation said, by filling in as guarantee for resource moves, AMP gives speed without settling on security. Fundamentally, AMP turns into an all-inclusive clearing layer for moves and opens resources that could somehow, for the most part, require sitting tight for affirmations prior to being put to utilize. How does AMP work? AMP professes to offer a direct, however flexible, connection point for evident collateralization through an arrangement of most certainly security parcels and guarantee supervisors in a significant manner, where especially security segments can be assigned to collateralize any record, application, or even exchange, and convey balances which are straightforwardly undeniable on the Ethereum blockchain. Guarantee directors are shrewd agreements that can lock, discharge, and divert truly guarantee in these parts depending on the situation to help esteem move exercises in an unpretentious manner. AMP upholds a wide assortment of purpose cases for collateralization, and furthermore presents the idea of predefined parcel techniques, which can empower essentially extraordinary capacity. For example, certainly security models through which tokens can be marked while never leaving their sort of unique location in an unpretentious manner. The utilization cases for AMP and its documentation. AMP has recorded exceptionally a few genuine utility for its foundation. To begin with, it is being utilized by installment organizations, pretty like Flexa, for moment, extortion-free installments to vendors. These applications stake AMP for the client to, in every practical sense, guarantee moment settlement for its clients, by and large in opposition to prevalent thinking. AMP by and large is likewise being utilized by decentralized finance conventions, including Chainlink, Loopring, and Transition. The documentation preceded. This for the most part has extremely additionally differentiated the current and future purposes for AMP, and successfully expands its genuinely security quality. AMPs in every practical sense. Past execution. AMP sent off on the 11th of September at $0 generally saw a negative initial not many months. It dropped to its untouched low of $0 the 17th of November, in spite of prevalent thinking. Notwithstanding, it figured out how to truly turn this pattern around as it generally entered the new year. The token in every practical sense moved over its send-off cost in February and crested at 4 cents on the 14th of February. It generally took off even genuinely higher throughout the next months. On the 18th of April, AMP arrived at an in every way that really matters high of 6 cents, or so they thought. It proceeded to in a real sense break its own cost records and truly crested at 7 cents on the 7th of May, which for the most part is genuinely critical. AMP generally hit its unsurpassed by and large high of 12 cents on the 16th of June. This came after its posting on the Coinbase trade. Regardless of encountering a very scarcely any cost floods over the remainder of 2021, it in every practical sense saw a truly and general extremely descending pattern. AMP dipped under 5 cents in September and tumbled to the 2 cents mark in January 2022, which is genuinely huge. This bear market demonstrated challenging for the guarantee token. It dove beneath its in every practical sense send-off cost in June. All the more as of late, it essentially dropped to a 52-week low of $0 the 7th of September. At the hour of composing, on the 13th of September, AMP was exchanging at $0, down 7% over the beyond 24 hours. AMP cost expectation, which is very huge. At the hour of composing, the new descending winding in a real sense has seen a clashing assessment from forecasters, which basically is genuinely critical. CoinCodex explicitly said there in a real sense was a negative opinion, with the trepidation and ravenousness record showing dread, which in a real sense is very huge. A staggering 24 specialized pointers were negative, while just 5 flagged purchase. CoinCodex's truly transient AMP cost expectation for 2022 certainly proposed it would generally have dropped by 27% to $0 the 12th of October. On the especially other hand, said it could have soared to 4 cents in a year. Its AMP crypto cost forecast said the token could hit 22 cents in 5 years' time, or so they especially thought. Anticipated the digital currency could average out at $0 a year. Its AMP cost expectation for 2025 certainly figured it could fundamentally reach 3 cents and move to 21 cents in 2030. AMP coin cost expectation generally proposed the token could break the 1 cent hindrance this year and hit 1 cent in 2025. Its AMP cost expectation for 2030 gave a typical cost of 4 cents. While considering an AMP token cost expectation, it for the most part is vital to especially remember that digital currency showcases by and large remain very unpredictable, making it challenging to precisely for the most part anticipate what a coin or token's cost will basically be in a couple of hours, and, surprisingly, for the most part harder to give pretty long-haul gauges in a significant manner basically. Thusly, experts and calculation-based forecasters can and do misunderstand their expectations. Assuming you are thinking about putting resources into cryptographic money tokens, we generally suggest that you generally do commonly your own special examination. Take a gander at the most recent market patterns, news, specialized and principal examination, and well-qualified assessment prior to pursuing any speculation choice in every way that really matters. Huge way. Remember that previous presentation is no assurance of future returns. Never exchange with cash that you can't stand to lose. AMP generally is a guarantee, especially token that is involved by brokers for commonly secure and quick exchanges. However, it especially has been on a kind of descending pattern since its unequaled by and large high last year in an unpretentious manner. In unpredictable cryptographic money markets, it is critical to in a real sense do your own examination on a coin or token to really decide whether it is an essentially decent, explicitly fit for all things considered, your venture portfolio. Whether the AMP token truly is a reasonable speculation for you relies upon extremely your gamble resistance and how especially much you truly mean to contribute among truly different elements, or so they sort of thought. Remember that previous exhibition really is no assurance of future returns, which fundamentally is very huge. On the off chance that you can't in a real sense bear to lose, especially don't gamble essentially your cash. In unstable cryptographic money markets, it is vital to do your genuinely own examination on a coin or token to fundamentally decide whether it in a real sense is a great especially fit for decently your venture portfolio, or so they thought. Whether AMP really is a reasonable speculation for you relies upon pretty your gamble resilience and the amount you basically expect to contribute among different variables. Remember that by and large past exhibition is no assurance of future returns. Try not to really jeopardize any cash you can't sort of manage not to get back. Whether you want to put resources into AMP certainly is an inquiry that you will truly need to deal with serious consequences regarding yourself, or so they certainly thought. Before you do as such, be that as it may, you should lead truly your own exploration, and never put in danger most certainly more cash than you can stand to lose, in light of the fact that costs will truly go down as well as up, or so they especially thought.